My cats are fighting in the background. So if you can hear that, if you can hear me over them, that's good. Hi everybody, welcome back. I have a different kind of tutorial today. I want to show you how I make color palettes in Procreate. So I hope you enjoy and learn something. To start off, I have my iPad in a slightly different orientation than normal because I'm going to start off in Instagram. So on here, I am going to just search color palette. One of my favorite places is Color Palette Cinema. They have all of their posts are screenshots from movies and the color palettes generated off of them. There is so much to pick from here. I like to kind of have in mind what I am planning on painting as I am looking for a color palette to build, and I like to build them from a few different things. So I'm really liking the range of dark to light, so a lot of high contrast colors. That's something I like to build into my palettes. And then I think I'm going to be painting some greenery. So I'm going to take a screen grab here. If you are on the newest iPad Pro, you just pinch the top power button and the top volume button at the same time, and I'll take a screenshot. And then I'm also really liking this. These greens look really good, and I love this bright pop here. I'm thinking some of these hues will sit really well with the colors that I've already got. So if you want to build a full color palette, you can do this where I just took 4 screenshots, or you can just work off of one of these and work with a tighter palette. So then I am going to navigate to Procreate, and I just want to add, there's a lot of different sites that you can generate your own color palettes off of. So if you just Google color palette generator, you'll come up with several different apps, websites that you can use that will either allow you to upload your images and work from there. So here's a picture of my cat, and it automatically generates colors off of the picture. Or you can click through and see the most popular color palettes and automatically generate various color palettes to use. So if you want something a little more abstract, this is one way to go, but I really like the ones that are generated off of photos, and I especially like the ones on this Instagram account because it is a wide range of colors to use. So next we are going to navigate into Procreate, and I'm just working on a canvas. I am going to change my orientation of my iPad. So I'm going to click this little wrench here and hit insert a photo, and then I'm going to go right to the first screenshot that I took, deselect it, and then do the same thing, the second, and the third, and the last. And then I'm going to hide all of the other 3, and clicking on my brush, just clicking on my color panel here, I am just going to hit this plus sign to start a new palette. I'm going to rename it. Then I'm going to just start dropping these colors in. I'm going to tap this small box here, and it'll come up with this circle, which I can then move to select the color that I want to drop in. So we're going to start with this nice black tone. It's always good to have a solid black in a color palette. Then I'm going to go to my color palette layer and just tap that first box, and now you can see it's filled with this color. And then I tap back out, tap this again, go to my next color, go back to my color palette, and tap and drop it in. I'm not feeling this taupe, so I'm going to leave that color out and then click through onto my next inserted image and repeat the same process. Now on this one, I can see I already have some similar colors here that I don't want to repeat. I don't think I'll use all of these, so I will just pull in the colors that I want from here. And now I have fully created this color palette. There might be some duplicative colors in here, like these two stand out to me. And so if I want to get rid of those and replace them, say I wanted to remove this one in favor of that one, because I have a color in here that I don't feel like I have represented, I can just select that and then go into the palette and tap hold and then release and hit set. So those are the ways that I make a color palette. And then you can go start painting with your brand new beautiful palette. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video and subscribe if you want more. Thank you so much.